I'd be feeling bad for you if you got like attacked by something and weren't enjoying the game and stuff. You know, it's a different perspective. You know, while somebody else is like sitting there going, "Lol, she died." I'm sitting there going, "Oh, she died." You know, they're just the usual Steam winter sales. A ton of games cheap right now. Nice. I've not even gone in there. I saw it briefly earlier, and I'm like, I don't know how many days this was up for. Best of Aprillic cramming tree for 60 hours. Actually, it doesn't have that in it. I actually had a the Never stream was, I don't think, clipped, so that was more in the, well, if it was clipped, it didn't fucking, I didn't get any saves of it. I was just realizing, I'm like, I'm pretty sure you guys clipped that, but I don't have those. I made a video for you. Yeah, no, I know you made a video to Viking, but that's what I was just realizing. I'm like, that wasn't even in the list. The way I make the best of Aprillic videos typically is I normally go and shortlist whichever clips are the ones you guys have watched the most throughout the year. The fuck was that?
Secret gift. Was purchased by Bezaboy from Aprillic's throne room. WTF, thank you so much.
Beza. Let me go check that in a hot minute. Thank you. While my people go do a trade, I'll hit save just in case they get attacked or some shit. And I'll have a look at what that was. That just completely took my brain out, Beza. That's funny as. The clips that I put into the best of Aprillic are typically narrowed down. Have I got it still paused? Hold on. You guys, I need you to unpause. Is it a public, not secret, sir? Thanks for... Lol. You're fine, Beza. They are usually shortlisted by whatever you guys have watched the most on Twitch and YouTube. And then it's just like a mishmash of the rest kind of thing. So, yeah. Whatever videos there are, they're mostly the ones you guys have watched the most. Just to let you know. I swear I can never navigate this list thing. I'm not complaining, but like every time you guys give me a gift, thank you very much. I love and appreciate the like generosity and stuff, but I can't figure out Throne every time, and I'm just like a fucking lost noodle trying to like figure out how the fuck to get around this website, because from the back end it's a bit of bullshit. There's no other way I can say that. That's a freaking video. It's such a good idea. Might make one. Curious if clips are popular anyway. So it takes me a bit of time. Last year I had to sit down and watch a couple of hundred videos, all the clips that everybody had made throughout the year, so that I could narrow it down to like a top 50 and then like a top 20, 30 or something like that. And then I had to figure out, like, arrange the order of them, crop them, edit them a little bit, put them into the order, playlist order that I wanted, and then, yeah, do a couple of test thingies, like, what do you call it, test renders, and then listen to them and edit them more and stuff. That's generally how I make it. Last time I spent, like, I finished stream after, was it on Christmas Eve morning? I finished stream at like 2 or 3 a.m. or whatever, and I started editing and I didn't finish until I worked on that video until 2 hours before Christmas Day. I slept for like 2 hours before Christmas morning started, and then yeah, it was Christmas. So it takes me quite a while. So this year I was better prepared. I scheduled it all in and I've pretty much mostly done everything. The cute noises one, I save all of the cute sounds and stuff as I see the clips happen throughout the year, which helped me a lot to like narrow down the list. You guys get almost twice as long this year, so it is quite the compilation of cute sounds and stuff. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy that and stuff. But yeah, I put some pretty solid hours into something that ends up being like a couple of seconds or a couple of minutes and stuff. But I do appreciate the fact that you guys take the time to have a look at them. Like, I do have a playlist on YouTube and stuff you guys can take a look at if you want to see what the previous ones were. Colony can't afford it. That's fine. Is there anything I could sell you guys? Because, like, I will check the thing in a second, Bezza. I just saw this pop up and I just want to... Well, I've still got a brain about me. I know what happens when I open up my throne. I get lost and then I can't think. I have like 10 males, but we want to move. It's like just too much money. What don't I need? I do want the Glitter World stuff. I don't necessarily need the advanced components. I do need the components for the pods. The crafting I don't need. Cooking I do need. Psychic Super Pulsar I do need. I don't necessarily need the Power Claw, and I don't necessarily need the telescope, but I do want the telescope. And I have got a sculpture. I don't necessarily need that book. Is there anything else? I could probably boost a Thrumbo your way. Have a Thrumbo. We could afford that now. There we go. Alright. Pause that because I need to give them a gift so that they can get the fuck out of my colony. I think go. I swear I'm fucking... I thought I was here. No, don't. You reckon it went to, like, Discord? It's probably fucking show me in Discord faster than this. Nope. I love how Bez has given me a puzzle, essentially. That's not the gift, I'm just saying, like, I still haven't quite, like, sorted out the Roan, and it's perplexing me. What is it? Where is it? I don't know where it is. I thought I was looking at it and then it went away. I didn't give you a puzzle. I clicked the public button. You know, the funniest part is if you click the public button, it still says it's a secret gift. And I clicked on it and it's like, it's like you can mark this as complete. And I'm like, I don't even know what it is. Just show me. Like, that's where I'm at the moment. I'm gonna guess based on your comment. I'll find it later. I'm guessing based on your comment, it was the gift of food, with like the groceries and stuff, which, thank you, Beza. That is a really lovely gift. I'm assuming that's what it is, because I don't actually know. But I'll find it later, okay, Beza? I'm just like, Throne has done me dirty here. I literally can't find where I'm supposed to go in it, and it's so ridiculous. It's kind of funny, honestly. But thank you. That's going to very, very much like ease the Christmas food and stuff, which ironically I'm going out to get Christmas food and stuff tomorrow, or at least try to get some of the, you know, the non-perishable stuff. Like we kind of like budget for it for the whole year so that we can have like something nice at Christmas. And yeah, so you guys will probably see like photos of food and shit probably after Christmas in Discord and stuff, but yeah, that'll help a lot. And I was looking at getting this what do you call it, it's called the Godfather salami or something like that. Anyway, it's like ultra spicy, like salami sticks, and I was like really hoping to get some. Not like too expensive, but for me they're like a treat kind of thing, because I can't just casually indulge in stuff throughout the year in general, you know? So yeah, even just like being able to pick up something without having to worry about how it impacts everything else is, you know, it's really nice. Thank you. So don't give you a puzzle. You made the comment, give it away. Very obvious. Yeah. Although I will be trying to play Project Zomboid over Christmas break as well. I actually almost started it this morning, but I was working on all the videos and stuff, and I was like, I really should wait until my partner's also on holidays so he can actually also jump into the game too, because otherwise I'll start the game and he won't have any power electricity. He hasn't really gotten past no power and electricity yet, because like I said, we only played for like the 3 days like last year between Christmas and New Year's and stuff, when he had some time off. So he hasn't really got as much experience with it, but I'm hoping to come back from holidays and have like, I was gonna say like, I hope to have like so much experience that I can keep my person alive and stuff, but I don't think it's gonna be like that, because Zomboid's one of those things where any one small slip up, or you open the door and there's a shit ton of zombies inside and you got no hope, you know, so it really doesn't matter. Also, for anybody that's been wondering about like the game tonight, I have a bunch of like video editing shit open in the background that I've had open from before stream that I've been working on this afternoon, and I haven't closed it, and the game is absolutely fucking suffering because of it, and I can't close it because like, yeah, I was working on it, but we know that, so there's nothing I could do about that at this time. Just kind of makes for like, I don't know, a bit of a shoddy last stream of the year kind of thing, but it's fine. RimWorld will continue. It'll be fine. What's considered Christmas food for you? Like as in for an Australian or for me personally? I'll wait till you get back to me on that one, because it differs. I kind of do want that chair to be in here though. Did we dismiss them? No. Jackal mate, can you... I don't think we were able to gift them. Where is their person? Hold on. Yeah, can you guys just fuck off? Because I have another trader, one more trader I think coming, and I don't want you guys on this map at all. I also want these to be cleared out. There we go. Yeah. Yes, which is what I hoped. Low anxiety as possible over Christmas. Sounds very Aprillic coated. Super tasty. It is pretty tasty. I got that earlier in the year when I had one of the first holidays that I took off. One of the first holidays I took off when I actually was like really stressed from like the rigging and not taking a break and stuff like that. I got that as like a treat, but like I was working on rigging and stuff, so the whole point was like after I did like a shit ton of rigging, I could like nibble on that, and they were actually pretty friggin' nice. But the funniest thing is like I was so exhausted from rigging, I just kind of like laid down and chewed at it. It had to be like the most like honestly monkey coded fucking thing I've ever done. It's just like, you know how you see like random animals in zoos and shit like that, and they just kind of like lay down against something with like a stick of bamboo or like fucking I don't know, some kind of like, it's a plant of some kind, right? And they just sit there like kind of like chewing on it like, you know, a cow chewing on cud kind of thing, and they just kind of like just, I don't know, mouth it a shit ton. And that's what I was doing after rigging with this like Godfather salami stick thing. I'm like, this feels right. You know? It was soothing. It was spicy, but like it was nice. But yeah, that's what I did in my spare time this year. And I did say that if I could, I would buy that again. That's why I wanted to see, like, I'm going to a butcher. Well, we're going to a butcher before dawn tomorrow because apparently butchers open early. And it's really the only time my partner will have before Christmas that we can both have access to a car to pick out some kind of, like, you know, meat and shit. Is that all right? I gotta go home for work. I'll see you around. No worries, Abra. Great stream, everyone. Yeah, you too, Abra. I'll catch you around. I'll catch you sporadically over Christmas, honestly. Yeah. So we'll be going out to, like, the butcher and stuff, and, like, I wanted to see if they had it, but, like, I wasn't 100% sure I was going to, like, be getting that or whatever. I just wanted to see if they still had it. And at least now, like, I know I can actually get it, you know? There's a difference. I found a gingerbread man at the store yesterday. I got so excited. It's a Christmas treat this week. Oh, yeah. I haven't had a gingerbread man in, like, forever. Like, a good one's really nice, honestly. I had gingerbread reindeer on the day 1 of Advent calendar. Gingerbread so much. Someone in my family gets some for Christmas. I didn't know you could get gingerbread reindeers. That's pretty cool. I'm surprised I don't do that shit here, you know? As for, like, the Christmas stuff, because I understand Abra's obviously, like, had to leave and stuff, but, like, as for, like, what's considered, like, Christmas food, in Australia, it's very each to your own, because there's so many different types of families and cultures and shit like that within Australia. So there's no real particular, like, wrong answer or whatever, right? But, like, I know Christmas ham is one thing. Like, that's an important one to my partner. Until last year, I hadn't been able to eat Christmas ham for, like, over a decade. So last year's Christmas was especially special for us because it was the first year I could eat meat after over a decade without it having to be some kind of special, like, game meat or some shit like that. That was, like, an uncommon meat that my body wouldn't react so, like, terribly to. So, yeah, that was nice. That with some, like, I think they're called, like, mustard pickles. They were nice. I personally really like candy canes. I fucking love candy canes. They're, like, my favorite, like, lolly of all time. So whenever Christmas comes around, like, usually speaking, I would have to kind of restrain myself. In the last few years, obviously, like, financially speaking, I don't have to restrain myself. It's just not an option. So they're, like, not too expensive. So I got a bag this year, and I already ate them. But then I found Nick had decided to decorate the tree with candy canes. So that's what those went. So yeah, the tree is covered in candy canes at the moment, which I thought was kind of funny because that's not really something I do. It's food to me, so it feels really weird putting it on a tree, but yeah, no, that's something his family does. As for, like, Christmas stuff, I don't know, my family were very, very into seafood, and I don't get too much out of it myself. Like, they'd just get, like, a platter of just, like, this huge mound, couple of kilos worth of, like, pre-cooked prawns and shit, right? And they'd be cold chilled and stuff, and yeah, they'd just sit there and that would be lunch. You wouldn't really have, like, much else. There might be, like, a very plain salad, some bread, maybe some cold chicken if you're lucky, kind of stuff, but the main focus of my family were always, like, the prawns and crabs and shit, and if you didn't like to eat those, well, fucking tough titties, you're hungry. But, like, as an adult, like, we've had all kinds of different sorts of Christmas food. It hasn't been really, like, narrowed down per se until, like, more recently, in the last year or so, where I've been able to eat stuff again. But it was something else I was doing. Rumbles was one thing that I align with for Christmas. That's something I haven't made since I was a kid, and I've made a couple of batches now this year. Nick took some to work this morning actually, and his co-workers really liked it. My family has like, I don't know where they got the recipe, but it is the recipe my family traditionally makes. I was always the one that made it as a kid, even though it has like actual alcohol in it and shit. But because I had the smallest hands, being the youngest in the family, I was always the one that had to make them, because the smaller they are made, the more you can get, you know, so it's kind of more people can snack on them and stuff. I was gonna send more stuff over, but I might wait a little bit longer for them to complete the pods. But yeah, they were really nice. They felt like Christmas eating those. I also used to make a cheese ball. I used to have to make that every year. I didn't want to make that, but my family and relatives wanted to eat it. And they kind of like kept passing it down to person because nobody else wanted to make it because it's a bitch to make. And I ended up being the person that was like the person that had to make it, because, you know, rumble, cheese ball, fucking make a ball, I guess. Bring a ball to Christmas, essentially. But yeah, no, I hated making that, especially when my Crohn's started, because I wasn't able to actually eat it. Mate, I need you. I'm not going to be able to get you to stop before it's broken, but if I could just... Can you just fucking... I need you to, like, beat the shit out of him. I need somebody that can beat the shit out of him so he doesn't break it. Can you melee attack him? Never fucking mind. I feel like melee attacking him anyway because he broke it. Okay, well, this needs to be made, like, ASAP, so I'll grab somebody. Can't not have it, because if we get a trader come over, I need you to go make that now, and Lou can fuck right off out of there. Yeah, the cheese ball was one of those things where when I could no longer eat it, and I still had to be the one to make it, it really sucked. I tried making it without meat, and I tried making it with, like, lactose-free cheeses and stuff like that, or, like, you know, that's not even like the cheese, but like it has like cream cheese and other shit in it. I couldn't eat it, make me really sick, and the meat and stuff in it would make me sick. And yeah, when I made it with alternatives so that I could eat it, my whole family was just like, "Oh, this is shit." It's like, "Don't ever make this again." I'm like, "Cool. Guess you nominated yourself to make it next year, because I ain't fucking making it ever again." I haven't actually made it since, and it's not because of that. It's just like, it is an actual bitch of a thing to make. And like I said, like, to make it in like a way that I could eat it was just like so much more effort. It was also getting really expensive back before like shit got expensive, so it wasn't really a great thing to make as a single person living on your own kind of thing. It's like you don't have a lot of free money, and it wasn't just one. It started becoming like 5 and 7 and stuff like that, so it costs a lot. But I thought about it this year. I thought about it because like this would be one of those years where I could definitely eat it, and I didn't make it. I thought about it though. I just kind of like thought, you know, I, to a degree, didn't have money, and I'm like, that's a good enough excuse. Another degree, it's a lot of mess. It's very hard to make, and I was like, I don't know how much I want to eat it, but like if I had made it, I probably would have eaten it and stuff. I think some of these are all allocated and others I sort of don't want to super allocate this yet. I'm still waiting for them to like load up some stuff. There's a couple in here that are just like steel and stuff, and I'm waiting for them to do those. There's also a couple of people that are just rightly pissed off, like Johnson, who realistically just needs to go and like rest, I guess. What other stuff have we got in the way of like Christmas stuff? At least like Christmas stuff for me. So candy canes, rumbles. Obviously, if I'd made the cheese ball, Christmas ham, like I said, is a big one. I don't quite know if there's much else. just because like my experience with Christmas and stuff is so limited. I'm sure there's other things. I was just looking at like the layout of this for a second. I'm like, I wonder if I can fit like another one of these in here somewhere. Like I could fit one there. I still have to like walk around it a little bit. I'm still trying to like work out where at best I can put shit in here. Yeah, in the corner. I have like a lot of stuff still to put in here. I still haven't got electricity and crap. Calm down, guinea pig. Let's go power. I don't think if there's any like beverages and stuff for Christmas either. Cause like, I don't know, I've always drunk like Coke, as in Coca-Cola and stuff. Oh god, what the fuck is going on in here? Are they having a party or something? There is too many people in there. The shit are you lot doing? There's 87 people in here. What are you guys doing? Oh, you guys are attending a marriage ceremony. Wait, who the fuck is getting married? I'm seeing a lot of people facing this particular way. Where's the person? I'm not quite sure who is getting married. Kind of hoping to find one that says wife or husband or something. I thought it might have been those two because they were facing each other for a hot second there. Like, these ones are being real awkward up the front here. They're all kind of wandering. It's hard to tell. I also assume that it's starting to get too hot for them in here too. I need these to be turned off as well. I think I've only got the one in there. Yeah, I don't know who the fuck is getting married in here. I thought it only tells me who the specific person is. There's still a bunch of people that are like kind of facing this way. British environment, quite comfortable. Friends, no. I'm looking for somebody that has a lover or a spouse or something. Finish transport bod. It was Nina and Camrod. Okay, there we go. We solved that problem. I kind of thought that Nina was married, but who knows? Maybe not. Yeah, anyway. As far as like Christmas drinks go and stuff like that, I tend to just drink like soft drink and stuff. I think because of making the rumbles and stuff like that, the smell of like Malibu rum in like a really ice cold Coke sometimes has like a little bit of nostalgia to it. But as soon as I taste it, at least these days as I'm getting older, I'm kind of like, ugh. I'm not as enthusiastic about it kind of thing, but like I don't drink a lot of alcohol and shit. Yeah, I don't know. These days it's kind of like we normally just sort of last couple of years we've tried to do a potato bake, had the Christmas ham, what else we had? We did like rolls or something with the ham and stuff. It was kind of nice. It's just like, you know, fresh bread and shit. Yeah, there isn't too much else with it. Like, if it was up to me, I would have like Christmas carols and shit playing. I don't think Nick's ears could bleed any harder from hearing them, so I don't play them. I think we binge watched some shows last year. We watched some movies. I think he wants to watch Red One again, which is funny because we only watched that like not long ago. But he seems to want to watch it for Christmas traditionally, and I got no problem with that. It's a decent movie. It's supposed to be like the action hero version of like the Santa Claus movie, you know. So yeah, it's not bad. It's just kind of a little bit silly, corny sort of stuff, but that's what pretty much every Christmas movie is. We don't really have like anything else that's like strong tradition and stuff. Some people spend like days with their families. Some do like special events, and I realize we've got like allies down here. Like some do like, I don't know, go and sing for the whole day. Some people kind of celebrate beforehand. Australia's kind of very different. There's been a few Christmases where we've had to celebrate at the beach. That, I don't know if I've been destroying like extra stuff in here, but I have been destroying the benches for sure. Yeah, Christmas at the beach kind of sucks. I haven't done that one in a few years, but it's only ridiculously hot. Super oh yeah, let's get that. Super crowded. And sand everywhere. And flies. Fuck ton of flies. I could buy more plasteel. I've got money. It's at the beach, that's so wild to me. Well, you gotta remember it's summer and stuff. Like I said, like I'm not doing Christmas at the beach this year. It's just a quiet one with my partner and stuff, like last year. But yeah. I was trying to regale like a few different Christmases and stuff. Like I remember one year I put like a crackling fireplace on TV for ambience at like one of my family Christmases, and I could not shit you that they were so pissed off about like the concept of a warm fire on a hot ass Christmas day and stuff. I'm like, I was going for ambience, but okay. But yeah, it's usually stupidly hot here in Australia.